Testing, 1, 2, 3, testing. We good? We good. So when I first got introduced to YouTube fitness, there was a guy named Matt Ogus, and he ran this series called Matt Versus. Still to this day, probably one of the best YouTube fitness series on the platform. Haven't watched it in a while, but nostalgia tells me that. For those of you guys who don't know, it was kind of like a YouTube version of Pumping Iron, where Matt would take you, it was kind of documentary style, where Matt would take you through his meals, his workouts. It was just raw and real, and his cardio as he got shredded for his bodybuilding show. And I remember just being glued to it. It was honestly one of the first, things that got me glued to the YouTube platform in general. Prior to that, I was watching like Nigahiga videos of how to be a ninja and comedy stuff. And back then, I wasn't even a personal trainer. I had this like negative connotation with personal trainers that I won't get into. However, I was already helping people in the gym. I would work out and people would see me in the gym, ask me, to work in with me, ask me to work out with them, and I would help people for free. And it was fun. And that's just what I did. And then I found YouTube and decided, okay, when I'm training in the gym, I only can help, the people in the gym. But with YouTube, I can help everyone and I can help a larger audience. So that's why I jumped on YouTube and I started sharing my full day of eatings, my workouts, my workout voiceovers, and just, my knowledge from all my years in the gym prior to that. And we grew from there, and YouTube fitness evolved, where all the YouTube fitness influencers, or not all of them, but a lot of them that I did follow, started evolving more into lifestyle vloggers. This was when Casey Neistat kind of was popping off as well. And when people used to show like 50% of their video was workout stuff and educational, now 20% of their video was workout stuff. And it wasn't educational, it was just quick workout edits where it was just fancy angles with, just real fast-paced editing. And it was cool, and it was nice at the time, especially coming from Sony Handycam vlogging with, 720p, 1080, whatever it may be. And then YouTube fitness evolved again, where people started doing those challenges. I tried the FBI test without practice, the Marines test, the Army test, whatever fitness test it may be, and people still do these challenges to this day, and they still get a ton of views. And right now, YouTube fitness is kind of in a weird place where I feel like people are getting a little tired of these editing. Like TikTok came around, and I feel like everyone's attention span dropped in half. Like if you could watch, this long video, now you can only watch this long. And TikTok just kind of changed the game. And even for me and myself, these past couple of years, I've been chopping up the crap out of my videos just to keep people's attention span, and everything was just very fast paced and bam, 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 bam. And then fitness kind of went into like a weird space where, to be honest, even for myself, I stopped watching a lot of the fitness influencers that I used to watch before. And then I came across Sam's videos. Also, congrats to Sam. He hit 1 million subs in like 7 months with an amazing work ethic of uploading every single day. But anyways, I was introduced to his videos a few weeks ago, and it took me a little bit to watch it just because the length of the video, and just how YouTube is and how busy I am. But I watched the video and I was like, okay, cool. It kind of brought me back to the OG fitness days. And then I watched another one, and I watched another one, and I watched another one. And then I'm like, okay, I get it. And it really was like a breath of fresh air, having none of that fast-paced editing, the cut, having everything just raw and real again. And it really brought me back to the OG fitness YouTube days. And I think that's one of the reasons why he's growing so fast and he's so successful as he is. And it's something that I want to try today too as well, because I honestly miss those OG fitness days. So today we're gonna kill this back workout. Just finished my pre-workout. It is kicking in. I am feeling good. Gonna warm up and let's get it. All right, so just finished foam rolling. Now I'm warming up my tricep tendinitis. This thing is called a flex bar. It's only my second day with it, but I feel like it's helping. So when I look back on my training these past couple of years, it pretty much was shit. Like, just to be honest with you guys, like, yes, I dealt with a lot of injuries these past couple of years. But two, it was also from staying too lean for too long. You know, when I'm doing like 2, 3 cons a year, sometimes more, and just staying lean throughout the year, it takes a toll on your body. And I feel like I really need like an off season, a time to just kind of bulk up, add some body fat. And I think I can even recomp some of that muscle that I did lose just from staying lean for too long. So this is where basically we're drawing the line in the sand. It's time to get out of Yamcha mode. It's time to set some goals. That's another reason why I haven't been setting goals. If you guys remember prior, for those of you guys who've been following me for a while, I used to, every single year I would set goals, and then I stopped once the injuries started occurring. And once, you know, I just had to stay lean for so long. You know, it's hard to hit strength goals, gain, you know, these physique goals when you're too lean. And yeah, like I said, it's time to draw the line in the sand, and it's time to ascend once again. So this coming year, I don't think I'll be doing any cons. I might do one, but I am going to take an extended off season to add on some body fat, put on some size, put on some strength, because I have some new goals. In October, I turned 35, and by 40, I want to be in the best shape of my life. Like, I remember setting a goal, and this is a goal I set like 10, 15 years ago, that I wanted to be a solid 180 at 10% body fat. Now I haven't weighed myself in months, and yes, I'll show you guys, you know, all my measurements, my weights and everything as we go, but I just don't think it's really possible. Even if I'm 170 now, I'm not gaining 10 pounds of muscle in the next 5 years unless I recomp really hard. So my new goal is just to hit 175 solid, like 175, 10% body fat, you know, before I'm 40, that'd be great. Second goal is, I have 2 lifts that I'm very proud of, and that is my 225-pound spirit bomb or overhead press. I did that at about 175 pounds. To be honest, looking back and rewatching the video, I was actually closer to 170, because I remember I wasn't weighing myself at the time because I was visiting home, I was eating a lot, I thought I was bloated, so I just kind of estimated my weight. But I remember the next day I weighed myself and I was closer to 170, 171. Now, do I need to be that weight if I hit that again? No, not at all. But that's my second goal, is hit my 225-pound spirit bomb. And I also, my second, you know, favorite lift that I hit was a 315 incline bench, which, to be honest, I don't really care much about. So I'm just going to put that on the side for now. If it happens, it happens. But yeah, I'm liking incline dumbbell bench and what I'm doing now. However, things may change as we go. But yeah, that's 2 things. 175 pounds solid. And I want to get my 225-pound spirit bomb back. I don't care what body weight I'm at. You know, when I start this bulk and when I start gaining weight again, I'm very curious to what everything's gonna look like. You know, if I can bulk up to get them 18-inch arms that I've always wanted, then that's great. However, if I don't, then it's not a big deal. However, yes, I'll be taking all my measurements and everything. So yeah, next week we do leave on a trip. But when we come back, that's when it's grind time. And yeah, I don't know if I'll be making more of these kind of videos. However, I will be documenting everything, and it's time to ascend. I'm tired of being a Yamcha. I'm tired of just going through the motions. I'm tired of just maintaining, because maintaining sucks. And let's make some gains. And with that, let's just kill this workout. So power levels must be rising, because Akame just woke up from her nap. Her scouter must have went off. Okay, hold on. All right, let me buckle you in. There you go. All right, play with your toys, okay? So starting this workout off, we have single arm pull downs. Typically, I would do some type of pull up, like a wide grip pull up, ring pull ups, whatever it may be, neutral grip pull up. However, not all the time, but some of the time, pull-ups do irritate my elbow. And my tricep tendonitis has been plaguing me since the beginning of this year. Typically, it would have went away by now, but it hasn't. So I'm just staying away from anything that irritates it whatsoever. So yeah, we'll be rocking these single arm pull downs until it's 100%. But yeah, just going as heavy as we can. I'm in a little bit of a time crunch, so typically I would rest a little bit longer between arms, but really I don't need to. All right, so a couple tips for this exercise. I like to put my thumb on top of the handle. So thumbs up, not around. I notice I feel it a lot more in my lats. When you start at the top, it's always palm out. Get that stretch, always full stretch, full range of motion. As you turn in, palm in, and just squeeze the crap out of your lats. I do like to do palpation, so I'll grab my lat with my other hand and just really focus on squeezing. I try not to crunch too much. I'm not trying to, this isn't an oblique exercise. However, I'll crunch slightly just to really just get that maximum contraction in my lats. And from there, I'm just trying to use perfect form. Form is something I'm really focusing on, especially I'm putting together a new workout program that I'll be doing once I come back from my trip. So you guys will see that then. But yeah, I'm just really focusing on form. I want perfect form on everything. And yeah, so fast concentrics, slow eccentrics, maybe even a slight pause at the bottom at peak contraction, depending on how heavy and what the exercise is. But yeah. Whew. So for this next exercise, we're doing chest supported rows. I'm using straps for everything because I'm not trying to stimulate my forearms too much. However, we will be doing some variation of hammer curls that I really like that I'll show you guys in a little bit. But yeah, for this exercise, I don't bring it outside of the bench. A lot of people, when you see them doing chest supported rows on the bench, they bring the dumbbells outside of the bench. I feel like I lose a lot of tightness when I do it. I just don't feel as much in my back. I think it's also because I have a narrow frame. So I don't really need to extend the dumbbells all the way out here when I'm good just here. So it kind of hits the top of the bench and I kind of just pause it there. So it's a little bit slightly limited range of motion. Like I'm losing about an inch, inch and a half or so, but I still get a great contraction on my back and it feels great. I also keep the dumbbells at a 45-degree angle. I just noticed that just feels the best. And again, fast concentrics, slow eccentrics, and yeah, it's keeping it clean, and back pump is getting there. So this exercise is one arm rows, cable. I honestly prefer it this way over a dumbbell. You don't get to work your serratus and the stabilizing muscles and your lower back as much, which is why I like dumbbells. However, if you're trying to isolate and get that squeeze in your lats, this is the way to go. So one thing that I like to do is, yes, when I use my straps, I like to kind of almost curl my wrist in. So instead of keeping my wrist straight and neutral, I'm curling my wrist in and rowing like that. I notice I get a way better contraction in my back. All right, so let's do the left hand. Feel that, Akame? Feel that? What's your scouter say? What's your scouter say? Dee 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 dee. Dee 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 dee. Yeah. Whew. This exercise feels amazing if you do it right. It's flipping hot today in Hawaii, so I'm gonna take this off. So this next exercise we're doing is wide grip pull downs. Now this exercise feels great on your mobility, your upper back, your rear delts. And yeah, the only thing I don't like about it is this stack isn't heavy enough, so I usually rep it out at the full stack. What I usually do is I'll add plates to it, but today I just feel like doing a little bit higher reps and just pumping it out. So basically when you're doing this, I just focus on driving my elbows down, driving my elbows to my hips, squeezing your upper back, your lats, and your rear delts, and just really retracting as far back as possible, just opening up your shoulders as well, because yes, it does help open up everything at the top and it feels great on your mobility. So first exercise for biceps, we're doing hammer curls with the bells of steel arc bar. Now, I just started doing this maybe like a workout or so ago, and this feels amazing. It feels almost like you're on a machine. Any like free weight movement that you can do where it feels like you're locked in place and on a machine is a great movement. And this is one of them. So basically what I do is I grab the top of the handle and I'm basically just doing a hammer curl. I keep my elbows at my sides. I don't let my elbows sway forward or back and just keep it in line. And it doesn't bother my elbow whatsoever. Yes, it does stimulate my forearm. However, yeah, no elbow issues from this exercise. Also, already kind of fluffy compared to my usual physique. Keep in mind, this is like fully pumped as well. I do plan on adding more body fat and getting, a little softer as we progress into this bulk. And something that I noticed ever since gaintaining, lean bulking has been the new fitness trend. You see a lot of influencers, they're like 8% body fat with veins in their abs saying, oh, bulking season or gaintaining or whatever, lean bulking done right, whatever. Majority of that is bullshit. Like 0.01% of people are gonna be able to actually progress at sub 10% body fat. It's slim to none. Majority of them are just maintaining, or they're even losing muscle, or they're on drugs. Who knows? It's one of those three. But everyone's set point is going to be completely different. When I was younger, my set point was a lot lower. Set point meaning your body fat level where you can eat comfortably, live comfortably, your hormones and everything feels good, your body feels good, energy levels feel good, sleep feels good, and you can still progress from there. And everyone's set point is going to be different. And as I got older, my set point definitely is getting higher. So that's why I do have to put on a little bit more body fat than before. Years prior, I might be able to, be this lean and still make progress and gain or lean bulk. However, my metabolism definitely ain't what it was 10 years ago. So that's the plan, and I'm excited. All right, so abs is done. Lying leg lifts have been my staple ab exercise for like the past month or so. It's something that I used to do at the gym all the damn time, but because I thought I didn't have the same equipment to do it except for hanging leg raises. Yeah, that's why I started doing them off the bench. I noticed it feels great for my core. It hits all your abs, and it feels great on your lower back as well. So sometimes what I'll do is I'll also superset it with crunches and bicycles just to hit more of the upper and the serratus as well. However, a lot of times I'll just do this by itself and it'll be good. So now let's show you guys the starting physique. So don't really do much posing, to be honest. Need to practice. I'll talk about it as we close out this video. But that's where we're starting. The workout is done. First off, I do want to apologize for the posing clip. Sandra's not here to help me get the angle and the focus and everything. And yes, I do know my posing also needs work. To be honest with you guys, posing is something that I've never really been comfortable doing in front of the camera, in front of people, or just in general. It's not something I practice. However, moving forward, I do want to work on my posing. Reason being is it's a way to gauge progress. We can look at these posing clips 6 months from now, a year from now, and see if gains are being made. We can look at my weigh-ins, we can look at my measurements and everything. And then if everything's looking up, then you know good gains are being made. But yeah, going back to posing, that's also a reason why I don't really want to compete, because it's not something I'm comfortable doing. And competing is something I get asked about a lot as well from my clients or just people in general. And here's my take on competing. If you've been lifting consistently for a decent amount of time, let's say 10 years, so you spent 10 years putting clay, muscle on your body, you know, just building it up, working on your aesthetics, working on your weak points, all that good stuff, I think you should at least compete once. Just once, just take the chisel away all that fat just to reveal your work of art. You know, maybe I'll compete in the future. Maybe after this series, I'll decide to compete because all the gains that I made, who knows? Yeah, who knows what the future holds? Maybe I'm foreseeing the future and all the gains that are going to be made, but I'm just excited for this series. Like, I haven't been in a surplus in a really long time, or at least a prolonged surplus. And yeah, I don't know. We're just going to push the natty limits, see what this old body can do, stay away from injury, and inspire, motivate you guys along the way, teach you guys some things, and we're all going to ascend. So, yep, I know this is a long one. Hope you guys enjoyed. We leave on our trip next week. And when we get back, it's back on the grind. So next video, guys, we'll see. It will probably be us in Japan. So I'll see you guys there.